Hi, Mystic Michaela Spiritual family. Welcome to Know Your Aura with Mystic Michaela, the first episode of 2021, talking about manifestation with a spin today, manifestation for empaths, because we do it differently. But first, hey, Scotty.
Hey, guys.
So we have to update people whether, I guess, they care or not.
I'm assuming that they don't care. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they do.
But you know what? When I put it up on the votes, they cared.
Yeah.
So long story short, Christmas gift exchange. Every year it's a $20 limit. This theme was what a distant relative would give you. What happened?
Well, this is the first time ever that it's happened.
Yes.
We got the same exact gift.
We got the same exact gift. We got each other the same exact gift.
Yes. The gift was a brick of fruitcake.
It was a fruitcake brick.
It was a fruitcake brick. Same company, too. Clayton's or something like that. I don't want to badmouth Clayton's, but I tried it.
It looked real legit.
I don't understand fruitcake. Do you understand fruitcake?
I do not. I didn't try it.
Yeah. Is it? You didn't try? Oh, you didn't try it.
I have an issue that, it doesn't need to be refrigerated. That makes me a little nervous.
That's true. It was sitting in my closet for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was when it came in the package, it was kind of hot. It wasn't refrigerated or anything. It was out in the sun for a while. I don't know.
I tried. You know what? We had 2 bricks of fruitcake. We apparently have spent $40 on fruitcake this year.
$40 on fruitcake. It's still in the pantry. I can't bear to throw it out.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with it.
So I'm like, all right, I'm going to cut it up and try it. I took a bite, and I'm going to tell you something. Probably the most disgusting thing I've ever eaten.
Christmas Day was a red rant on how you don't understand fruitcake.
I actually spit it up, and it hit Abby in the face.
I put that on video.
It is on video. She still is not over it. It's traumatic.
It was traumatic.
And I've been trying, for the last few weeks. I've been actually doing a lot of research on fruitcakes.
Oh, yes.
And I'm just trying to figure out, is this some kind of trick? Is it a joke? Is it something they make and we're supposed to say, hey, that tastes okay?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I think it was it's an old-timey treat.
Okay. Because they say they sell millions of these fruitcakes.
I believe it. I mean, it's a lovely package, and
Right.
it looks very giftable.
But you don't eat it. Maybe it's just on display. You're supposed to put it on display.
It does look nice on display.
Okay.
Maybe some people eat it, though. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. You can
Maybe you toast it. I don't even know.
I don't know. And then I
don't know.
I was like, I'm going to play a trick on my dad, and he had never.
Oh, really?
Free Bert. Yeah, Free Bert. # Free Bert. He had never tried fruitcake.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you're going to love this. This is great. It's one of the best things you've ever eaten. And, he took a bite and he almost vomited in his mouth. He almost threw up, too.
So we don't understand fruitcake.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing was we got each other the same thing. So we were really upset because we're we look forward to this every year, our gift exchange. And before the exchange, we realized because the packages came and they were identical.
Yeah, they're identical.
There was no...
It was...
They both weighed 400 pounds.
Yeah, they both came in the same day. So I got mine earlier in the morning, and we'd be getting tons of packages. So I was like, what is this? And I'm like, oh, it has to be the fruitcake. Open it.
Yeah.
And then later in the day, you were doing reading, so I got another, and it was the exact same weight.
Weight and shape.
Yeah. And I thought I had ordered it twice because I'm not that great with ordering online sometimes. So I thought, oh, I must have ordered this twice.
Yeah.
And then we kind of realized, we got the same gift.
The same thing. Christmas is ruined.
Christmas was ruined.
Oh.
We were both in tears.
I was upset. I really was.
No, I know. You were really upset.
I look forward to that.
Yeah, you skipped a meal that night. And yeah, you didn't eat dinner. You went to bed
I was
hungry.
I'm going to bed without dinner.
Yeah.
So upset I am.
I'm like, I'll get you a ham. And you didn't even want that. So Nope. Honey baked, really good. And so then, my red kicked in. And I'm like, I can't let it go down like this.
Yeah.
We cannot let the Christmas exchange go down like this. So, I had to go out, ran out to Target and got some other gifts. And I got a set of Nutcracker, little statues, that actually
crack nuts.
Yeah, from
Nutcracker ballet. Yeah.
A dog and a cat.
Okay.
And a can of mixed nuts.
Yeah.
And a card that your aunt would give you, real old person card.
It was good. It was a good theme.
Talking about how fond memories were made at the ballet with each other. So,
my first idea in the gift exchange was to give you a check.
Yes, and then you mentioned that on the podcast last year.
I was just going to write you a check.
Yeah, I was going to give you a $2 bill.
So, but then when we discovered that, we were like, no, we can't do that.
Right.
And then I was going to give you Mrs. Printables, which are these apples from QVC.
Oh, I would have loved that.
Yeah, but they're really expensive, and you can only get one apple for $20.
Yeah, but it's a real good apple.
It's a real good apple.
Really good.
But it wasn't disappointing feeling. which I feel like I was going for.
Yeah.
So I gave you a candy dish and a throw blanket.
Right. And you'd given me a throw blanket last year, too.
I know.
So you were kind of doubling up on the throw.
Well, I'm going to be honest. It was crap I found in my closet. And I just wrapped it up. I didn't go to Target. I re-gifted you just crap from the back of the closet.
All right. Now, it just so happens I did win. I had 53% of the vote, I think, to 47. But I'm going to tell you right now, I did not know that information, and that actually disqualifies you. So
you already won. Yeah, so it's over.
You've been disqualified.
Whatever.
That's a default. You cannot.
So we put it up on the poll, and you won.
Yeah.
And listen, I graciously concede.
You graciously concede?
I do.
You're not going to contest.
I'm not going to contest it. I concede.
Okay.
You are.
You can go to the courts.
Nope. You're Christmas winner-elect.
Okay.
You win.
All right.
But next year I'll get you. I'm coming back.
Okay.
2021 Christmas, baby.
Yeah. We're still debating what it's going to be. We're thinking what you would get a hobby enthusiast.
Yeah, like we pick a weird hobby, like golf.
Yeah.
Or something we don't do,
right.
like ourselves.
Like fly fishing.
Or
something like that.
Origami. I don't know. And then we give each other like an under $20 gift.
Right. All right.
Which reflects the nuances of that hobby. Coin collecting.
Anything like that.
Okay.
All right.
I'm sure people care. Okay.
I hope they do.
Moving on. Before we get into your very remarkable vision board you've created for us this year, the updated 2021 vision board.
It's much better than 2020.
Oh, my God.
Just hold on, people. I know you have to get through these ads.
Hang on.
Don't fast forward them. Or you can fast forward them if you want to, but I recommend not because it's going to be funny.
These are good. I want to talk about BetterHelp. I personally, hand to God, use BetterHelp, and I love it. My counselor knows me. She remembers everything about me.
Okay.
And I do phone calls with her once a week. And it's really helped me. I feel like, we need that kind of like objective third-party helper in your life.
Do you read your counselor?
I try not to. But what happens is there's like a little bubble that pops up with her picture in it, and she's yellow-blue.
Yellow-blue?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's hard for you not to.
I mean, I can't help but see her colors. And then sometimes her advice is very yellow-blue.
Okay. Does it ever turn, do you reverse the tables on her?
No, I don't do that.
And reverse it?
No, I don't do it because it's not professional.
That wouldn't be professional.
Yeah, it's like she didn't ask for a reading. Right. You know what I mean? That's not what she's here for. I don't want to get nosy, but she gives me very yellow-blue advice.
Okay.
But I appreciate it because she structures me. Okay.
Excellent.
So, what interferes with your happiness and what's preventing you from achieving your goals? This just personally with me, I just need to kind of hash something out with somebody who has no investment in my life. So it makes it easier for me to see the bigger picture. BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You connect in a safe and private online environment. It's so convenient, and you can start communicating in under 24 hours. It's not self-help. It's professional counseling. You can send a message to your counselor anytime. There's an app. It's super easy. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses. They're real people. It's not like auto anything. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, all without having to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room in these COVID times. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change counselors if needed. If you're not feeling your counselor, you can just move on. It's more affordable than traditional online counseling, and financial aid is available. The service is available for clients worldwide. There is a broad range of expertise available, which may not be locally available in many areas. For example, there's licensed professional counselors who are specialized in depression.
Okay, I have that.
Okay.
Yep.
Stress.
Yep, me.
Okay. Anxiety.
Yeah.
Relationships.
Definitely.
Wow.
Everything. Oh, no, sleeping I'm good. I hit the pillow. I was out before it's funny, on New Year's I fell asleep 3 minutes before the ball dropped.
Trauma.
Yep.
Okay, anger.
Sure, red comes out.
Family conflicts.
Yeah, all the time, the little one.
LGBT matters, Scott.
It affects me all the time.
Grief.
Yeah.
And self-esteem.
You know what? I am the poster child for
this. You need
this.
You need to go. I need it. You need to hop on my call with my yellow-blue counselor. Anything you share is confidential, convenient, professional, affordable. And, you can just check it out. It's not a crisis line. You can check out the many, many reviews online about them. In fact, so many people have been using BetterHelp that they are recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. So I want you to start living a happier life today. As a Know Your Aura listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/KYA. Join over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/KYA. Got a new one here, too. A new sponsor. Best Fiends, FIENDS. This is interesting. I got introduced to this through the podcast, and I was like, wait a second, that looks familiar. Okay. And Brianna plays this all the time, our 11-year-old.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so, she's on, and she's, on, a really high level, and it's on her phone, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you already played this. So she was showing me the ins and outs of it, and it's really cool. So it's just a fun game to play in those in-between moments of your life when you kind of want to bond. I like it to bond with Bree, but, if you're waiting for something, you just got nothing to do, you can take out your phone and play this puzzle game. It's free to download, and it's the Can't Put It Down mobile puzzle game, and again, it's free to download. With over 100 million downloads, this 5-star rated mobile puzzle game is a must-play. Befriend a cast of fiends who want to help you solve each level and defeat the slugs. They're slimy but cute baddies. Once you download Best Fiends, you can't put it down. Get used to telling yourself, just one more level. So, if you're worried...
I didn't want to tell you this, but I've actually been playing this game.
Have you been playing it too?
Yes, I have been.
Is that why you can't put down your phone?
I've been playing it with one of the Bachelor people. I don't want to say who.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a man.
What?
Yeah, I can't tell you.
It's a pilot.
He got kicked off the last season of The Bachelorette.
Oh my God.
Very early.
Is it?
It's Ed.
Ed?
Yeah.
Which one's that? Oh, Ed with the shoulder issues?
Yeah. Yep.
That's great that you're playing with him.
Yep. He's winning.
Well, the fun never ends. There are 5,000 levels and counting you can play with him. There's always another update, whether it's more levels or fun changes to the game based on fan feedback. Just don't blame us if you end up kinda obsessed. Download Best Fiends today on the Apple App Store or Google Play. That's Fiends without the R. Best Fiends. The moment you've all been waiting for happens now. Scott's 2021 vision board.
So, I'm going to tell you something. At first, I was actually just going to go with last year's vision board. My idea was, I'm going to come back on, I'm going to go on the air, and I'm just going to do the ones I did last year. Who's going to remember?
Right.
But then I realized, some people do listen to the episodes many times, and then some people say, I've listened to the episode 5 times, and I'm thinking people will probably remember.
Okay.
But you know what? I was still going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
So I actually went to go get it.
Okay, yeah, you did.
Okay. But I realized I didn't have any more.
Well, you could re-listen to it.
Yeah, I can re-listen to the episode, but I was really looking for the physical copy, and I actually realized I didn't have any more, and what happened, I didn't tell you this, but remember that shortage at the beginning of last year of TP?
Yes.
There was a shortage. I kept going to Publix. There was no toilet paper.
No toilet paper.
So I used the vision board.
You used it as toilet paper.
I used my vision board as toilet paper.
That's okay.
So
I think a lot of people might have done that with their vision boards.
Yeah, it was okay.
Okay.
All right. But, this year it's different. Mm-hmm. And I think 2021 is my year. As you know.
What everyone says.
Yeah, I know everyone says that. I actually, really, I don't, year from year, I have no idea. We were talking about this earlier, and I can't tell you one year from the next. So
I know.
To me, it's like one long just year. Everything. One life, whatever.
Your whole life.
But last year was the year that I became a huge, powerful Instagram influencer.
Oh, my God.
So I wanted to cater this vision board to that. Oh, yeah.
So this is your influencer vision board? How many followers do you have now? Like 5,000?
Like 4.
Okay.
Like total of 4. The rest are like bots.
You're a micro-influencer.
So part of my vision board, I felt I needed
profane.
Yeah. I'm not a micro-influencer. You thought you get that one by me. No. Not a micro-influencer. I'm a major, large influencer. Yeah. I've changed my diet this year. I'm eating a lot more eggplant, carrots.
Okay.
All right. I don't want to get too excited. All right. But anyway, I wanted to cater some of the things to that. Mm-hmm. Not everything, of course, but some of the things. All right. The first thing I put down on my vision board was a picture of North Carolina.
Oh, yes.
And
this is real.
Yeah, this is real. All of these are real.
Oh, my God. From your heart.
From my heart, right. And I put a picture of Biltmore Lakes
Yes.
which is a beautiful community. It's I don't know, like 500-600 homes. They're building homes there.
Yeah.
So I put a picture of like a house being built.
Yeah.
There. So is that good if I want to move to North Carolina, possibly?
For you, for a red person, I think that's an acceptable vision board addition.
Okay.
You have to make action towards it.
Okay. So,
But tell everybody what you did with your weather app.
The weather app? Oh yeah, I do have. It's in Asheville, North Carolina. So I do have Asheville's weather.
Yeah.
On my phone.
That's like a manifestation trick,
Yeah,
that is.
I check it every day.
Yeah, that's like a good exercise.
Yeah, no, I am actually a really good manifester. And if you go yes,
A what?
A manifester? Is that what you
No,
call
I'm just saying I didn't know you were.
Oh yeah. No, a lot of people don't know that about me, but if you actually go back to the last episode, January, of my vision, the vision board I did do that down in the garbage. Even like the Christmas party, I was talking about not having people over for the Christmas party.
Oh my God.
And at the end of the day, we did our COVID cuts, cutting everyone, and then we cut everybody.
But you were so sad.
I even cut you.
I know.
Yeah.
We didn't even see each other.
No, we didn't. So Christmas Eve, we
social distance.
Two sides of the house, yeah. So, but yeah, I am. Good manifestor. All right, number 2, I want more garden gnomes.
Oh, we love garden gnomes. We did it as a joke.
Right.
I bought you a garden gnome as just because
another gift joke.
Yeah, it was a gift joke. Well, because we talked about it in the Aura gift giving guide, but red people don't like surprises. So I learned not to give him things that he actually might like. So I just give him crap that's horrible. So for Father's Day, the kids and I gave you a garden gnome. We don't even collect them, nor do we have a garden.
It's the only gnome we have.
It's one gnome. Everybody loves the gnome.
He lights up.
He lights up at night. You love that gnome. Like you go out there every night and stare at it.
I do. I love it. So I think he needs a friend.
Yeah, we need more gnomes.
Yeah, he needs someone to play Jumanji with. So yeah, more garden gnomes.
More garden gnomes. I'm behind that.
All right.
That's easy.
Now my third one. This is one I wanted to do many years ago, and it always got lost in the shuffle. And some people are going to know what this is, and some people are not. And I am ready, I think, to do my big year.
The big year.
Yeah. Now, people might not know what that is. You want to tell what a big year is? Do you remember what a big year is?
Yes. Is it the Audubon Society does it or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. You can explain it.
Oh, yeah, you go.
Oh, you have one calendar year to see as many birds as you can.
Right.
But you don't necessarily have to see them. You could hear them too.
Correct.
And they take you at your word.
Yes, it's all taken at your word.
Which is really weird. And you don't hurt them. Like I think they used to kill them, but now you just look at them.
No, yeah, you just look at them.
No, but I think when it started, it was different.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
But you just have to see them. So bird watchers, like you might see them out, especially like right now, getting started on their big years. You see as many as you can. And I think they like publish the winners and stuff like that.
Do.
But it's all like the honor code.
Well, if I don't do it actually, and let people keep this quiet amongst ourselves, I'm just going to write down that I saw like 800.
That's why I think only really like well-known birders
but they
get believed.
They do know though, because like you're not on the circuit.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because
they see you out.
They see you out. Like if you heard like a red-bellied finch is hanging out in Missouri, you got to go there.
And everybody's there.
Yeah, and so they're all there.
You notice everybody.
Right.
So you start recognizing people in these different areas. That's true.
But we're off to a real good start because our backyard has been like a mecca for birds. We just saw that woodpecker, that huge woodpecker.
Yes. I'm the one that's like crazy. I get crazy when I see these things. You don't get as excited as I do, so I'm surprised that you're starting your big year.
I'm going to start I think this year is my big year. You really only do it once in a lifetime. You're supposed to do a big year once. And you got to prepare for it.
And
this is going to be my big bird watching.
Well, Florida's a good place to do it.
Good place to start. You got to get to Alaska. You got to get to Arizona. You got to get to Kansas, of course. A lot of birds in Kansas. Okay. So that's my next one. All right. Next one I have up here is, and this one I think you're going to tell me is not good because it's kind of negative. I don't want to watch James Charles, The New Bachelor.
What?
Isn't that James Charles, The New Bachelor?
Matt James?
Oh, Matt James. I don't want to watch Matt James, The New Bachelor.
I feel like you're going to get forced to because you know it's going to just be on. And then you're just going to, you live with me, so you're just going to sit down and complain about it the whole time.
Right, but we just finished this last season.
Yeah.
They didn't even give me a week off. Usually there's like a break.
Yeah.
So I'm not ready for another 45 people to be in love with one person and the same lines, the same cliche lines. I'm just not ready for it.
Yeah, you didn't have enough break from it.
I need a break.
Okay.
So I'm going to manifest that I don't see James Charles on The Bachelor. Matt James. Okay.
Okay.
We're
just going to let that go.
And I put like an X through him.
Okay.
I know you say that's not the way to do it.
It makes no sense. Okay.
All right. The next thing I think I need in my life is Tinder.
What?
Yeah, like kindling to make a fire.
Oh, you love making fire.
Yeah, so Tinder. I want more Tinder.
So you want more Tinder.
I want more Tinder.
Okay.
Meaning like I want to start more campfires.
Right.
I want to do more s'mores.
Okay, more Tinder.
Yeah. I want to go look for, items that would go around a campfire, things like that.
Okay,
Tinder.
we'll get you Tinder.
Okay, so I'm going to get Tinder.
Got it.
All right. I am an influencer, okay? Influencers use Tinder to make fires. I think.
No, I don't even get that joke.
Either do I. All right. Next one. This one's really real.
Okay.
I want to, and I've been wanting to do this one for years.
Yeah.
I want to swim with the whale shark at the Georgia Aquarium.
Oh my God, you've been wanting to do that for years.
Yes.
I'm going to say something.
Okay.
As the children might say. You get a little cheap about it.
No. I had the money down. Right. I didn't have a coupon. Okay?
Yeah.
And they were sold out for that time.
It is. How much is it? Like $300 or something?
I think so. I'm not sure.
None of us want to do it.
I'm the only one that wants to do it. My dad does.
Your dad does. But like the rest of us don't want to. So that's fine. And we'll just like kind of hang out at the aquarium while you do that one day.
All right. So, but I mean, I was going to do it. They just were sold out the one time. Then the pandemic hit.
Yeah, we got to get up to Atlanta again.
The whale shark, I think, caught the COVID.
Oh, no.
And yeah. All right. Can a whale shark catch COVID?
No.
No. Okay. All right. The next one, very important to me. I've been putting this off for many years. And I want to find out who I was in a past life.
Oh my God, that's cool.
I put a picture of Robert Redford up.
Oh, he's still alive.
Oh,
isn't he?
No, I don't. That's who I thought I was.
Oh,
because
but he was alive at the same time you've been alive.
Yeah, he might still be alive. Okay, that theory is I'm going to throw that one off because I do have Robert Redford on there, and I thought that might be me in a past life. He's very handsome, dashing, debonair, knows how to talk to the ladies. He's very fluent. He plays baseball well. He's good in a love story. He was good on that boat one time when he was like stranded or something.
He didn't talk the whole movie.
Right?
Yeah.
But since he's alive, I guess I'm not Robert Redford. So again,
it's a shame. I'm sorry.
I botched it.
That's disappointing.
All right. I want to be a famous TikToker.
Oh.
Okay, tic-tac-toe, whatever that's called.
Yeah,
that
tic-tac-toe.
I don't have the app yet, but I'm going to get it. So I want to be a famous TikToker.
All you ever do is say, did they cancel TikTok yet to Brianna?
Yeah,
she gets mad at you.
Yeah, she gets really mad at me.
Every day you say that.
I know.
Did they cancel the TikTok yet?
She really hates
that. And she gets so mad at you.
She really hates because every day we every night we watch a show together. And she always hates, because every time I say, when are they bringing Stranger Things back? And she hates that.
She gets so angry with you.
I say it every time.
You're repetitive.
All right. Well, I got a couple more, and then we'll move on to your speech.
Yeah.
I tried out, as you know, last year for the Olympic handball team.
Big disappointment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They actually said I could be an alternate, but
Great.
I wouldn't play. I would kind of give like water and
Okay.
like give hand massages and things like that to like
sounds
people.
sketchy.
Yeah, it was sketchy. So what I thought now is I'm going to try for the brand new Olympic sport, breaking.
Breakdancing?
Breakdancing.
Yes, breakdancing.
It's called
That is
breaking. Yeah.
Oh, it is called breaking?
Just breaking. Yeah.
Cool.
And it's going to be in 2024.
You can't even touch your toes. That'll be interesting.
Well, I did that embryo pose in yoga the other day.
I know.
Yeah, which, if anyone looked that up from that previous episode, scary. But, hey, no one's ever played in it. There's been no medals awarded. I think I have a chance.
I think you do too.
All right. And finally, last but not least, this year, this has to happen, people. I am finally going to break up with my twin flame, Jebediah. It is going to happen.
It's got to be done already.
This is the year I do it. 2021, me and Jebediah. I am the runner. I know he's the chaser, but I am going not to give him my address.
Awesome. Let's get to it. But first, let's talk about Modern Fertility. This is one of my favorites. It really is. Just because, like I've told you guys before, I have so many readings with people who just want answers to their questions. And this stuff can be really tricky. This can be really emotional. This can be really stressful. It doesn't have to be. And Modern Fertility kind of facilitates an environment where it doesn't have to be all those things. So the traditional guidance with fertility has always been just wait and see. But now we have tools to help us plan for and track for everything in our lives: wellness, finances, careers, school. Why is fertility still wait and see? That's why Modern Fertility was created. It's the easy and affordable way to test your fertility hormones at home with a simple finger prick. Mail it in with a prepaid label, and you'll get your personalized results within 10 days. Traditional testing with your doctor can cost over $1,000, but Modern Fertility only costs $159 to get the same information. And if you go to modernfertility.com/KYA, you can get $20 off your test. Also, if you have an HSA or FSA, you can use those dollars on Modern Fertility. You'll get insight into how many eggs you have, hormone levels, and other important fertility factors. These results go deep into what every hormone means and what you can also do about it in the future. You can talk one-on-one with a fertility nurse to review your results and options for next steps. If you want kids today, or maybe one day in the future, or maybe you're like me and you just want to know what's going on with your body, you need information to make the decision that's best for you. So right now, Modern Fertility is offering our listeners $20 off the test when you go to modernfertility.com/KYA. That means your test will cost $139 instead of the hundreds or thousands it could cost at a doctor's office. Get $20 off your fertility test when you go to modernfertility.com/KYA. That's modernfertility.com/KYA. And I really like that one a lot.
Me too. Yeah. I actually called one of those nurses.
Did you?
Yeah, because this stuff always comes in the mail, and we got the number, and I'm like, hey, I'll call it.
Yeah, just to talk to somebody.
Just to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
It was lonely Christmas. I mean,
it was.
The party was canceled. We weren't allowed to see each other. You were upstairs. I was downstairs.
Right. Fruitcakes for Christmas.
We got the fruitcakes. I needed someone to talk to.
I get it.
Well,
they're very friendly.
And BetterHelp. I'd been talking to them earlier in the day. I thought they didn't want to hear from me again. So I was like,
with all your issues.
Yeah. All those issues.
All those issues.
Grief.
All right, so I've been getting a little fancy.
You have been?
I've been getting a little fancy on my Instagram stories, and trust me, I am super not fancy. And that's because of Issue. So let's talk about Issue. If you're a creative, you know the drill. You've finally done editing. It's perfect. Now you just need to format and reformat for every single platform. But with Issue, make it once, and it's ready to post everywhere. Issue is the all-in-one platform to create and distribute beautiful digital publications, from brochures to magazines to sales, collateral, and more. It's perfect for creators, marketers, designers, educators, publishers, salespeople, or anyone that just wants to make eye-catching content like me. And Issue makes it easy. Simply upload your PDFs and files, and Issue transforms them using your vision and customizable templates to create the content you want. With Issue, you create it once and distribute it everywhere. Everything is optimized to post on your website and social platforms like Instagram and Facebook. They can even help you make animated Instagram stories. I do love their app. I use it, and it looks like I spent hundreds of dollars for something that took me like 5 seconds to make. And you can start using Issue for free. They also offer premium features that give a more customized experience. Call right now. You do not have to call. I don't know why I said that. Get started with Issue today for free. Or if you sign up for a premium account, you will get 50% off when you go to issue.com/podcast and use the promo code. Thank you so much. KYA. That's Issue. ISSUU.com/podcast and use promo code KYA at checkout for your free account or 50% off your premium account. It's easy. There's an app. I use it all the time. That's issue.com/podcast with promo code KYA. Now let's talk about some empath manifesting. Today we are talking about empath manifestation and manifesting in the new year, but for empaths. And if you go back to episode 17, I talk a lot about what manifestation is in its simplest form. So you can visit there if you need a bit more of a foundational approach to how this all works. But this episode is for this new year, and I wanted to focus on something I find the law of attraction literature doesn't really address, and that's manifestation for empaths. I wanted to talk real quick here. I wanted to insert something about spiritual bypassing. I could do a whole podcast on this alone, and maybe I will, because it's an interesting topic. Especially this year, I've seen a lot of this go around. There's been a lot of social issues come up, and the way that I see some people in the spiritual community dealing with it is through spiritual bypassing. So let's talk about that, what that is first. John Wellwood defined it as, he defined spiritual bypassing as using spiritual ideas and practices to sidestep personal, emotional, unfinished business to shore up a shaky sense of self or to belittle basic needs, feelings, and developmental tasks. So what it is, honestly, is that people suffer. We live in a very 3D world, and you are judged on the color of your skin. You are judged on your socioeconomic bracket, how you speak, where you went to school, where you live. There are 3D filters. You're judged on your gender identity. These things make you categorized in this world, and you can't change it. We try with social reform, we try with activism, but honestly, at the end of the day, it is what it is. And we can't wave a magic wand and say good vibes only, and let's focus only on the positive to people who are affected by systemic racism or misogyny or like whatever. Like, it's not going to fix it, okay? And that's what spiritual bypassing is. It's trying to plop on some sort of platitude where, only focus on the good. And like, if you're bipolar disorder, it's your fault. And that's the thing, that there are certain things that we are living with in this world. Like I said, we live in a 3D world. It is ruled by ego in the 3D world, the third dimensional world. There are class systems, there's money, there's war, there's race issues, there's all sorts of things going on, and we can't control that, and we can't dismiss it either. So when we talk about manifestation, we can't just do, this is a cure-all. It's not. When I talk about manifestation through what I get from spirit, it's work. It is, let's dig into yourself where the wounds are, and let's do the best we can with what we can control. And the only thing you can control is how you react to things. But it's work. And manifestation, to do it, you don't paste something just on a vision board and stare at it every day. You have to take action. And action might be going to therapy. And action might be changing your circumstances in terms of, okay, I'm not succeeding here, I got to move to this other place where I can succeed. Or action may be getting your finances order. Action may be just accepting that, okay, I can't control how people look at me. I get that. And what do I do next? It's just understanding and acknowledging what's around you and just categorizing what you can do versus what you can't do. It's not saying that it's your fault the way things are in this 3D world, because it's not. And I'm also not saying, and spiritual bypassing kind of says like we all start on the same, if this was the game of Candyland, which I've been playing a lot this past 2 weeks with my kids. If this were a game of Candyland, we don't all start on the start, okay? Some of us start way behind the start line. Some of us start on the start line. Some of us are all back, like they're already towards, King Candy's place, okay? Like this, we don't all get the same placement at birth. And spiritual bypassing basically says that we do. And it can just be very frustrating if you're going through stuff that truly is a result of living in this 3D world. And it's just important, in parts, and, for when you're spiritual, to make sure we don't dismiss that other people have different realities than we do. We all live in our own bubble and we all have different realities, and it's all valid. But manifesting doesn't mean a wand's being waved over and all of a sudden everything's great and perfect and the world around you is perfect too. No, it's not. It can get better. So that's what I'm just being realistic about it. Like, we can make things better for ourselves, and there is abundance for you. There's unlimited abundance for you. And I'm going to talk about that. But we have to also understand there's the 3D world, and then there's the 5D world, the fifth dimension world. And in the fifth dimension world, that's about your connection with spirit. That's about love, unconditional love. That's about compassion and understanding. And that's about manifesting also on a different plane. And when we focus on there, that's where empaths manifest. And that's what I'm going to talk about today, because empaths don't really want stuff. And it's important to know that so you can manifest properly, because we're focusing on the wrong things. I mean, listen, yes, we all like stuff. We do. We all like things. But we like them for a few weeks and then it diminishes for us. The wanting of things is not sustainable to our feelings of peace, joy, and connection as empaths. It's not authentic for us to want things. As empaths, we want emotional connections, experiences, and states of being. We want the feelings. It's important to note that when you start to decide what your goals are for this coming year, what your visions are, and what you want in life, because as an empath, it's not a Ferrari. And if you want to manifest properly, you have to align it to your authentic self. You have to align your wants to who you actually are on a soul level. And that is work. That is hard, hard work. And the end result of getting what you want, which aligns to you, may result in actually lots of things. So it might result in lots of tangible things, but that will be an after effect. The real thing you want is intangible. It's not something you can hold in your hands, that is. So for empaths, it's the feelings you are manifesting. That's what you have to focus on to get your life a little bit more aligned to you. The states of being, the emotional connections and the feelings within, it's not things. You may think it is for a multitude of reasons because, again, as an empath, you feel other people's feelings as your own. And the more influential they are to you, the more fuzzy the line between what they want and what you want becomes. You know, society has a huge effect on us as empaths. We think we want certain things. We think things will, I mean, just watch commercials. This car will make you a better mother. You know, like all that kind of stuff. You know, it's not, but we absorb it and we think that's a way for us to get better because we don't believe in our own capabilities of just our pure selves. And so it's just aligning back to that. Maybe you're absorbing like your partner's desires, for example, too. Maybe they want a certain house. So then you'll want that too because you want them to be happy. It's important to differentiate because you don't really want that house. You want the feelings of satisfaction you'll get from your partner. And if you want it to happen, you'll have to focus on the feelings and emotions that come with it for you. Maybe it's the backyard you'll be able to relax in, or the sounds of nature which surrounds it, or the moments you'll have walking around that neighborhood quietly contemplating how grateful you are. Or the relationship you'll have with your partner that feels calm and connected and whatnot. I was reading somebody and their spouse hated their townhouse. He couldn't deal with living, sharing a wall with people. Like, he was really miserable. He really was miserable. And she was fine there. Like, she really was okay, but like, he wasn't. So as an empath, I mean, she was indigo. As an empath, it was really affecting her. She was miserable because he was miserable. Now, if all of a sudden he had like some sort of change of energy and he was fine, then she would have been fine. But she couldn't live there anymore because he couldn't live there anymore. So she was, we were talking about it, and the whole thing was like, let's start envisioning what it would feel like with, him at peace and then you're at peace. So sometimes it's just envisioning the feelings of, okay, everybody's at peace, everybody's calm, everybody's happy. Like, let's just envision what that looks like. And that's how empaths manifest. You have to envision the feelings, not the countertops or the multi-car garage or the architecture, the feelings. So you will want material things if the people around you do to make them happy. When you are an empath and you are trying to manifest, you have to get real with yourself. You have to understand how you can be ego hijacked by your own borrowed desires. A lot of our issues with being empaths is that we are taught it's shameful to stand out, to have feelings, to be different. We want to fit in so badly because it feels painful when we feel their eyes on us. We feel every mean thought, every over-exaggerated reaction. We feel every eye upon us. Even if they aren't judging us, we just feel them seeing us, standing out, being out there. So we tend to like to stay invisible to fit in. This is random. But whenever I meet a yellow-purple person, this is my own thing. Whenever I meet a yellow-purple person or a purple-red person, those two seem to be the biggest, I feel them do energy checks on me. So even before I meet somebody who's yellow, purple, or yellow, or purple, red, I will get anxiety because I know in like the millisecond that I meet them for the first time, their first impression, I feel like them doing an energy scan. And I'm sure you guys notice this too with some people. You might get anxiety before you meet somebody. It's because they size you up. They don't even know they're doing it, but you can feel them doing it if you're an empath. And I think my upbringing, like my mom's a red, purple and whatnot, I learned to be invisible because I hate that feeling. It's a little random, but I wonder if anybody else has that too. Like some people, their first impressions, it's kind of like if in The Devil Wears Prada, when Miranda looks at her up and down and you just feel her and then she's like, that's all. Like that's what they do. And I love you yellow, purple people. And I love you purple, red person. My daughter's a purple, red, but you feel them doing it. And I think when you're an empath and you feel when you're an empath and you feel people like that kind of like sizing you up, you can seize up. And then you go through the world like, oh my God, please don't do that. And if you notice that it's an issue for you, it can get a little better. Random energy tidbit out there for you guys. Okay. So we tend to stay invisible to fit in, and it's uncomfortable to be seen. That's the whole thing. It's uncomfortable to be like seen. If we were not taught, which many of you weren't, that it's okay to feel these things, that it's not going to go away. And then in actuality, it's your superpower to feel other feelings as your own. And dealing with it is something you haven't learned to do yet. It's easier in some ways at first to go invisible, which is what I did for many years. It's just easier. And now it's just kind of like a habit I have to get rid of. I work on it all the time. So you may want to do that. You may want to have the same, you may want things so you can feel invisible. Like if everybody has the same car, you may fool yourself into thinking the things that you want are going to make you less stand outish to the people around you. Okay, I want this hairstyle because everybody has it. It's kind of like teenagers. They want to fit in, so they do whatever, all the fads. They do everything everybody else is doing, but then it moves up to like mom world too. Like we all need a Lexus, it's just, and then if you're like me and you have not the Lexus, you stand out, but you're like, whatever, you get used to it. But yeah, it's normal for people to want things so that they don't stand out. So things can make you invisible. Isn't that funny? Material things can actually make you invisible because you want to fit in, and things can help us wear the mask just to do that. So notice that too. When you start with, what do I want? Which is a very hard question for empaths. Actually, that's not the question we want to be asking. What do I want? Expect the answer to take a moment. And I am telling you, it will be easier to ask yourself instead, how do I want to feel? Now let's just do a little exercise here. Let's take a moment. I'm going to ask you 2 questions, and I want you to answer them in your head. Don't monitor the answers or judge it. Let's just see what comes out and tell me which one's easier, okay? What do you want? What do you want to feel? Which one was easier? It's telling. I feel especially if you are starting out on this journey, asking yourself how you feel. Maybe the first question that you want to ask before asking yourself what you want. And then you go through this journey of the law of attraction and the law of vibration. You will want to attract those feelings to you first. Peace, calm, love, stability. And every time, by the way, this is like a road that you loop back on a lot. But anytime you start a new journey, new job, new relationship, new business venture, new anything, new craft, new hobby, you're going to have to go back to square one with, how do I want to feel? And then what do I want, in that order. You will always have to go back to the basics. Whatever life throws at you in the inevitable curveballs of this 3D world, you got to go back to, how do I want to feel? And start envisioning and manifesting that. Now, how do we manifest as empaths? There are actually 3 steps to do it. And it's all going to happen in the state of meditation. So what are the 3 steps? First, you have to figure out what you want, or how you want to feel, which are kind of like tied together. And you can even just start with, how do I want to feel? And have a feeling as a goal, okay? Have a feeling as a goal. Like sometimes a lot of us are riddled with anxiety. Maybe you don't want to feel that anymore. I just want to feel calm. I just want to feel peace. I just want to feel joy. Start with that. It's okay to start with that. And then you'll see it'll evolve into things. It'll evolve into like goals or other things. It takes you on a journey. So that's the first thing. What do you want / how do you want to feel? First thing. Second thing, unbounded awareness. Oh, I will talk about that. You need unbounded awareness. It's a place that you go in meditation. I'll talk all about that. And then 3, you need flexible consciousness. Those are the 3 things you need as an empath to manifest successfully. So let's get into this. So I know I just said meditation. Let me tell you, even though I'm recording this before anybody heard it, I feel all your little egos groaning. Oh, I hate meditation. So a quick note on meditation. Here's your pep talk. Here's your meditation pep talk. It doesn't have to be this intense process, people. Okay. I see so many people on social media making this such a huge ordeal. Oh my God. Like, meditation is just uninterrupted time with yourself. Okay. That's my own definition. It's time you devote to just you. And the annoying thing about meditation in our daily lives happens to be just because we don't like to stop and take the time. And also, our egos love to crash it. They love to crash it. They hate this. The ego, which is the human part of you that does not want you to change, does not like you hanging out with your inner self. Oh, no way. The ego is the human part of ourselves which wants you to stay the same. To stay the same, you can't self-reflect. That messes everything up. So the ego jumps in there and will distract you. It's the part that tells you you don't have the 10 minutes to sit and meditate, or that it's stupid, or what does this even do, or like whatever. And then if you do it, you get past that hurdle. It's the part of you which starts off the meditation with all the things you forgot to do today. Like, if you need reminders, like on anything, just try to meditate. Your ego will like come up with all the stuff you got to do. It'll bring out the to-do list. It'll bring up stuff from like 10 years ago you forgot. Like, if you were waiting tables like 10 years ago, it'll be like, oh my God, you forgot to bring that straw to that person that one time. Feel bad about it. It's amazing. It's a beautiful tool. It'll just be like, oh my God, I have to get bread for lunches tomorrow, or holy crap, I never returned that email. That's what your ego will do. And as soon as you sit down to really meditate, it'll just pop out like that. Here's my deal with the ego. I like to befriend it. It's my little annoying friend that lives in my head, and it doesn't ever leave, and it won't. And that's okay. And seeing my ego this way as my little friend has made me less subject to it. Now it's super sneaky, so it will find new ways to distract you. It's very talented. It's very evolved like that. Remember, the ego is a super awesome companion to us as humans. It keeps us scared. If we didn't have it, we would have died as a species like forever ago. We are so predictable in history because of the ego. And I believe that one of the reasons why we are here is to understand that and make choices around us. I mean, we're this high energy being stuck in a 3D world with a 3D body, with the ego, with fear ruling us all. And that is the constant clash, isn't it? Fear versus soul growth. So it's supposed to be there because it helps you. But it's a constant annoying battle. And I feel like as a society, if we all understood what the ego was, we could deal with it better. I mean, the ego is an awful thing because it makes us scared of differences in people, or that we're going to be left behind if we help other people up. But if we saw that, maybe it wouldn't have such control over us. But again, the ego hides itself. It hides itself everywhere. And it's spiritual bypassing. That is just the way the ego tries to screw up the purity of what this manifestation is. Spiritual bypassing it was produced by the collective ego to make this whole thing seem like nonsense and rude and not real, and paste over real things. And that's why, like, we have to see, like, again, manifest. It's not a coverall. Okay. Like this is hard work, and seeing your ego and seeing what it does is important, because it also is the thing that makes sure you don't get on the elevator with the weird looking guy who looks like a serial killer. Okay. Like, the ego helps us with that too. The ego helps us all sorts of things, and we are thankful for it. But we also have to see that its role is always the Debbie Downer. It's always just there, constantly making you scared. So when I say to you that you have to meditate to manifest, I know all your egos are like, nope, forget it. We're not doing that. We don't have to do that. Can I just like make a vision board and stare at it? Yes, but you have to meditate for this 3-step process for empath manifestation. And that is your ego being all scared, kind of giving you like the feeling about it, but you got to fight that because you are onto the ego. So you fight the ego, you sit down, you know it's going to bring up a ton of stuff that you forgot to do. have your piece of paper next to you if you really need to write down all the stuff that it forgot. It will remind you all the stuff that you didn't do today. And then it can also bring in, now when that fails, okay, so it didn't distract you. Now you're still sitting there. You got past 2 hurdles. And then anxiety. People can get panic. People can get lightheaded. You can get stressed out. Like all this stuff, that's the next thing the ego will do. It'll give you like a fight or flight mode. Because again, change is stressful. And the ego connotes change with death. So your brain doesn't understand that just sitting there, your animal brain doesn't understand that just sitting there is okay. So it might release a lot of chemicals that stress you out. So it can feel really weird at first, which means not everybody is going to meditate the same, and you may evolve over time. So some of us will need guided meditations where they take a breath in, take a breath out. Let's do this. Let's do that. Like the whole time somebody's just talking you through it. Some of us need just silence with our eyes closed. Some of us, we need to keep our eyes open. That's okay. If you're finding that you're getting super anxious, when you meditate, it's okay to do it your way. Keep your eyes open or just stare at nature. Sometimes you need a moving meditation, nature walk. Okay. If sitting still is even too stressful, be flexible with yourself. The point is to spend time with yourself, and it takes time to get comfortable with yourself because you aren't used to it. If you haven't done it, you aren't used to it. So in order to manifest as an empath, you have to first identify what you want, like I said, and how you want to feel. And it can be very difficult for an empath. But that's what you need before you go into meditation. So have that kind of held with you, whatever that feeling is you want or that goal you want. And then the next state you're going to enter is unbounded awareness. Okay, so we worked out meditation. It doesn't always have to look like the same as everybody else. You could be doing dishes. You could be feeding the baby. You could do all sorts of, I used to do it when I was feeding my little one. Just because, I don't know, if you have an infant, it's like all the time, you're always feeding them and you're always waiting for them to sleep. And so these things can be active meditation. So just kind of understanding that, starting to embrace certain times of your day, quiet times of your day, routined times of your day is maybe meditation times, or even driving sometimes. Okay. Unbounded awareness. Let's go into step 2. So step 1, identifying what you want to feel. And step 2, unbounded awareness. Deepak Chopra, who talks about unbounded awareness a lot, and I highly recommend his meditations, and he's got amazing books about these things. But he says unbounded awareness is the reservoir of possibilities. And he speaks, like I said, so much about this, and it's very fascinating. In meditations I've done recently on IGTV and in my bonus episode 3 on this podcast, I have talked about this and how to really utilize it. This is how I imagine unbounded awareness to be. Imagine every single person was born with 1 glass of water. And from that water, you took all your needed hydration and you just recycled it over and over again. That's your awareness. That's the awareness if you don't tap into other sources of awareness, the collective consciousness or unbounded awareness, that's what you have. You have like 1 glass of water full of awareness and you're just recycling it. And that's how most of us live. That's how most of the world lives. But what if you could go to an ocean and get that water instead of that 1 glass? And the ocean was vast and endless and infinite. That's unbounded awareness. It's the shared awareness of the whole universe. It's a place we all have access to, and there's endless abundance for each one of us to get what we want. And within that place, it's magical, because the more you want for others to get what they want, the more it helps you achieve what you want. Isn't that beautiful with manifestation? You can actually experience it through other people. You can really you ever go to a wedding and it's like the wedding where, we've all been to all sorts of weddings, but it's a wedding where, I don't know, there's just something about the couple. And you're crying, you're so happy, and everything's right with the world because these 2 people found each other. Now, that has nothing to do with you. You're not, but it does, right? That's you collectively sharing in the love of the universe. You want for them such happiness. And when you do that, you get it too. That's how manifestation also works. When you really want something for someone, you're really happy for them, you're really rooting for them, the same energy funnels its way directly to you, to your heart. And in unbounded awareness, it's a place where we all go, and I want you to get everything that you desire. And I know you want me to get everything I desire too. And there's no jealousy and there's no fear of lack. There's just a love and a support. And Unbounded Awareness has that. It's a beautiful place to go to in meditation because you can feel universal truths like unconditional love, gratitude, and peace. What is it? It's the space between thoughts. It's a place where you can sit and feel completely whole and at ease. And it can be a little distracting in meditation to get there. Okay, you can't always get there. Sometimes it's hard. But in times you'll get little glimpses of it. And then the more and more you do it, the more and more you'll experience it. And eventually in your awakened conscious state, you can feel it too. But it takes time. I mean, listen, there's like monks spending their whole lives trying to get there and stay there. I made a joke on my last IG live on December 12th for the meditation. And I said that Unbounded Awareness is like the Costco of the universe. Anything you want and in bulk, it's there. It's there. And there's enough for everyone. That's what Unbounded Awareness is. It's a place in a peaceful meditative state you can go to and focus on what your intention is. That's it. You just focus on it because what you focus on grows. And that's what I was saying, like with 3D versus 5D. For us empaths, it's easier to focus on 5D things. Like going to Unbounded Awareness and just asking for peace, love, gratitude, stability. It's an easier thing for us to grasp and manifest on than houses, jobs, money. You know, those are after effects of the feelings that you'll have. Okay, so that's the second thing. You have to go there, and you can only go there in meditation. And then you simply do the third thing, which is very much needed, and that is to have a flexible consciousness. That's the third thing you need to manifest, which just means you let the universe give it to you without controlling how. Those are the three ways you manifest in the real world. You first identify your intention, your want, your dream, your goal, your feeling. Then you go to Unbounded Awareness and meditation to focus that energy towards your intention simply by visualizing and feeling as if it already has happened. And thirdly, you are flexible in your way of manifesting it. You simply let the universe do its thing. You're going to have to call in spirit's help when you release your intention out there. It's kind of like when you would go to the library. And I don't know if they do this anymore. I haven't been in school in so long. And you like put in your book request and then you just know it'll pop up for you when you go to the book recall or whatever. I think I just aged myself. It's like that. Like you put it out there and you just trust that when you go to pick it up, it'll be ready like that. Or your Uber Eats, like you put it out there on your app and you know eventually it'll show up at your door. You let it go. You let go of the how the guy got through the drive-thru. You let go of the how he's bringing it to your house. You let go of the how. You just know you'll be eating it soon. And that's kind of like your intention. You just go, you go to Unbounded Awareness, you let it go, you let it fly, and you know it'll come back to you complete. But that's the thing. You have to call in help and you have to listen to the help they give you. It's not going to be the way you thought it was going to happen. So just let it go with that because that's control. Sometimes you ask for what you want and the way you thought it was going to happen to you completely blows up, and that's okay. I did an Instagram live meditation on November 11th, and a client DM'd me and she told me that right after the meditation, the man that she absolutely loved completely ghosted. He disappeared. He stopped talking to her, and they were talking like every day for months and months and months, years. And she had asked the universe to send her true love in the meditation. And she asked that like with a pure heart, like she focused on the feelings. I want true love, unconditional true love. And afterwards, you know, you wake up, you get out of Unbounded Awareness, you're back to your 3D thinking. And she just thought it was going to be this guy. They're in love. They talk every day. Oh, the problem is he's married. Okay. And he has been back and forth vacillating. Do I stay with my wife? It's not the right time, blah, 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 forever. And when she asked for true love, true unconditional love from the universe, she really meant it. She wanted true love. So she was upset when this married guy that she was in love with disappeared. And I just said, listen, you asked for true love. And Spirit just did you a huge favor. They got rid of the obstacle to that. And he's not that. He's not it. He's not the true love. Spirit made him go away. So be grateful to that gift, no matter how much it hurts. Because of course it hurts. I'm not saying it doesn't hurt. It hurts. But have faith that Spirit's taking it over from here. The thing is, you have to love your desire. You have to love that feeling that you want more than your ego interpretation of it. So she had to love true love more than the married guy that she was talking to. And when you call in spirit to help you out, they move swiftly and they don't really care about how your ego feels. So yeah, this did hurt. Of course it hurt. Disappointing, but she knew it was for the best. And guess what? And I'm not even making this up. She just met this guy this week and they're totally hitting it off. And it's just like wonderful. And he's single and she's single and it's just amazing because that's what happened. Spirit just clears your path, but you got to let go of the control to that. Doesn't mean you don't have to be upset about it. By the way, any feeling you have is a good feeling. Feelings don't mess you up. Not acknowledging them messes you up. So it's okay to be sad or upset. You know, happiness isn't the goal. Wholeness is the goal. So that's the other thing. Just bringing it back to spiritual bypassing for a second. When we go through this, you're going to have lots of feelings. Disappointment, anger, upset, frustration. That's okay. It's okay to feel all those things. They're not going to screw you up. Just notice what you're feeling. That's the important thing. How am I feeling today? And being whole in your moment, your present moment with all your feelings. That'll help you too, because spirit will slam doors in your face when they aren't the ones you should keep knocking on. And man, that hurts your ego. Man, that makes you have lots of feelings. And you have to have faith, and this is flexible consciousness, that they'll present new ones to you, which will require more faith and a different version of you to step through. So flexible consciousness is just about letting that go. That can be the hardest part. I'll tell you, that can be the hardest part. Bottom line, what you focus on grows. If you put action and attention towards something, it has to grow, negative or positive. So when you narrow down what you want, the feeling you want, and the desire that goes along with that feeling, it is time to focus on that, the feelings, the visualizations of it, but not the way it will happen. You got to let that part go. So focus on your end result. So if it's a different, place you want to live in, don't focus on the things you have to do to move or what you'll have to buy or sell or all the minutia. Just focus on feeling the happiness once you get there. Focus on how you feel in little tiny moments when you're finally there. I told this on my episode 17 podcast about manifestation, but I lived in Buffalo, and how I manifested a move here was just my oldest was 2 years old, and every day I would just focus a visualization in snowy Buffalo. I was walking, holding her hand out a patio door and into the sunlight, and I felt the warmth on my bare feet, and I felt the breeze, and I felt the sun on my shoulder, and I heard the screen door sliding shut, and that visualization with the warmth and the happiness, I felt her little hand, and I just went through it, and it was just this tiny little snapshot visualization I played over and over and over again, and I just let it go how it was going to happen, and it happened. I do that a lot. That's my trick. To kind of just, and that's what bonus episode 3 I try to do, and that for you guys, so you can do it too. So you got to smile. You got to let this be real. You got to feel that feeling as if it already is, and it is, and that's how it grows. Because a feeling, you can have that right now. You can create that now, and then your world will work to match it as best as it can in this 3D world. And when things come up in life which aren't about what you want, don't give your attention to them. Okay, if you're manifesting love and an old flame comes up that he has issues, you gotta just block that call, because the universe will test you. You have to detach from the outcome, focus on your desire, and find fulfillment in your present moments. You have to find that feeling of joy that you experience in your visualization and find it in the here and now. Find that feeling of peace and beauty in today. The sensation of simple joy and happiness in the moments that are available to you now, and make those connections. And it becomes really amazing how the ways you feel joy in your visualizations, it can bring them to the here and now in the place you're currently at. What is happening is you are matching your insides to your outsides. Your outsides to your insides. They got to match. It's kind of like when you go down in or up in a plane, the pressure has to match the outside. It's the same thing. We have to do that in our energies. But when you create the thing that you want inside of you, it has to be real and authentic. It has to be something that you fall in love with. You have to fall in love with your desire. You have to fall in love with your want. You have to fall in love with the feeling you want to have, that you're going to have. You have to really see that as a beloved, unconditional thing in your life. And when you do that, it forms such a link, that love, that feeling, that attachment you have to this feeling. It forms a link and it makes it real. Love makes things real, you know? Love makes you real. Love makes your desires real. Fall in love with something, it'll become real. But you have to fall in love with it. Really fall in love with it. And what is love? It's unconditional. It's unconditional, which means however it happens, however it is, however it behaves, you'll love it. That's flexible consciousness. However it comes to you, you'll love it. After listening to this, you may want to go meditate. Bonus episode 3 is a manifestation meditation. It's guided for you. It's 10 minutes long, and it can help you out with this. And I want to give you all my love and support for your goals this year, for your wants, for your feelings, and everything that you are. I believe in you. I really do. I hope you feel this. I believe in each one of you, each and every one of you. And I hope you feel that from this podcast. That's my intention for this year. I'll share it with you. My intention for this year is to continue to spread lots of unconditional love and energy through the sound waves to you so you can pick it up and make your life more authentic, more aligned to what you want it to be.
All right. Well, the group, I think, is going to be doing some serious manifesting this year on real issues that, you know, that they have and that they want. But
Yes.
As you know me, I like to make it a little quirky, a little funny. I wanted to find out what was the most quirkiest, the strangest, the oddest thing that people were going to try to manifest in 2021.
Right.
So I wasn't really looking for, I want to find a boyfriend and those kind of things. I want to find love and, health and all
You're
that.
like, all that nonsense.
Yeah, that's all nonsense.
You're like, I want the juice.
Yeah, I'm interested in the quirky things. And
Yeah,
I'm not going to use last names. So we put this to the Mystic Michaela Spiritual family, and we asked them, and we got some funny answers.
Oh, my God. Because you put in, like, we don't judge. And
No, we do not
We
judge
don't.
here. You can tell me anything. Okay?
Oh,
and
God.
I'm like, okay. And you know what? I think I love it. I love
he
that
does.
kind of
He
stuff.
does.
Yeah.
He does.
So I'm not going to use last names. We'll just use first names.
Yes.
So Lindsay starts us off right off the bat.
Yeah,
she wants a bra with pre-made crystals,
Let's
like a
do it.
pocket for pre-made crystals.
Such a market for this.
There is, I think there's people that even make that, right?
Yeah, I'm assuming. But
That
like,
could be
that's
out there.
awesome.
Yeah.
Etsy, there you go.
Yes. Okay. This one was my favorite, and one of my favorite members of the group.
Okay.
It's a guy. We don't have many guys in there. We're
Right.
98% of the group is women,
Yes.
and 2% is male. So Ryan wants to meet an alien on the beach at night during a full moon.
Well, he is a starseed,
He is.
so this all makes sense.
Okay. I mean, is that...
That's a starseed.
That's just a starseed thing. Is
Starseed
that-
thing. Yeah, they totally aren't freaked out by alien life because they connect to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of manifesting with their partners.
Oh.
So a lot of people are looking for more sexy time.
Sexy time.
One person actually manifested, and I'm not even going to put the first name on this one, that they wanted more sexy time in the bathtub with their husband
Ooh.
while listening to KYA.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I might have added the second part.
Yeah, you added that part.
Yeah.
Is that your own fetish?
Sexy time in the
Well,
bathtub?
people are having sexy time in the bathtub while listening to you?
Well, listen, no, the
You're
guy.
speechless. You can't even answer this.
I'm actually speechless. I would have to.
I don't know how to answer
I
that.
would have to say we don't sell enough red Jasper bracelets for the men to complete what they need to do
While listening
while
to
listening
you?
to me
That's
talk.
hysterical.
Yeah, all the red Jasper in the world, or whatever, Tiger Eye, all that stuff is not going to get you anywhere if you're listening to me. So, I mean, so even if I wanted to manifest something like that, it's just not going to happen.
Right.
I might as well just Tinder, get some more firewood. Ashley, this is kind of weird. I'm not a judge. She wants to not pee anymore.
Oh.
Okay, because she pees too much. Probably drinks
Yeah.
a lot of water. She's hydrated. That's good, Ashley.
Yeah.
I know you're into fitness. And she realizes that wastes a lot of time. Like if it could just evaporate or something magical,
I
that
get
would
that.
definitely be, because you pee
I
a
pee
lot
all
too.
the time, too.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
I guess that would be a good thing.
I wish somebody could pee for me.
Really?
Like I could outsource my peeing.
Okay. I don't know how that would work.
I don't know how that works. But
right.
yeah, or like Ashley's saying, like you take a pill and it just evaporates in your bladder.
Yeah. All right. Or you could just not drink. Then you wouldn't pee as much.
Yeah, but you have to.
That's true.
It's important to be hydrated.
Yeah, that's true.
But it is super annoying.
This is weird. I don't even understand this one. A refrigerator with an external water and ice dispenser. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, she just wants a fridge with an ice and water thing on the outside of it.
Oh, okay. Well, just go to Home Depot.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
Oh, they're not. Okay, yeah, and our ice maker's broken. So actually, I'm going to jump on that one, too.
Yeah, I want an ice maker.
Yeah, I want that ice maker.
Ours hasn't worked for 10 years. We have a really old fridge, by the way. That's a good one. I need to manifest a new fridge.
That is a good one.
Because I need a new fridge.
The next one is, and we've gotten a few of these, boob jobs.
Oh, yeah.
Few of our, again.
Hey, we're on a lady page,
We're
man.
98%
a lot of ladies.
female. Yeah.
A lot of ladies.
I mean, that's good. I guess. I don't know. Is that something?
If that's what you want, that's your body. If that makes you feel good, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's something
absolutely.
to manifest?
Of course.
Okay. Oh,
yeah,
right.
they're not cheap to get done, so you got to manifest something out of that.
Yeah. All right.
You gotta manifest the means to get that done, but and the time.
I'm going to tell you that this is probably the most speechless I've been in any segment.
Oh my gosh! Because the women were just like, "This is exactly what I'm manifesting."
Yeah, and when I read,
you're just like, "What?"
When I read Dina's, this one's going to really blow your mind. So she's not pregnant right now.
Okay,
but she watched a educational video during her last pregnancy where a woman during her labor was able to achieve pleasure.
This is a thing.
Yes. And
it's a real thing.
That's a real thing.
Yes.
I recall when...
Oh, no, don't touch me.
Because you had two babies and I was there.
Yeah.
You were like screaming and I was like trying to, get you through it. I don't remember anything like...
I had no need for that.
In that realm.
And if you even went towards doing that, I'd be like, please, I'd scream at you.
I mean, I do. I mean, the only thing I remember is after the second baby came out, Abby... I asked if you wanted Chinese food.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
Right. But
I'm like, no, Scott.
I don't recall.
I don't want Chinese food.
I don't recall saying, hey, you want to hop in the tub?
It's during it.
Yeah, during it. Okay.
Yeah, because it's supposed to help with contractions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a thing.
It is a thing. If you're a certain person that can do that,
okay,
sure.
So Deanna wants to do that.
All right, good for her.
All right. I hope that comes... Well, she's got to get pregnant first. But
okay.
So that might be a 2020 thing. 2022.
2022.
So I'm going back a year.
Okay.
All right. We got a lot of the normal ones. I mean, actually, the most one is people want an aura photo. But they want to manifest an aura photo.
Yeah.
This one's funny. She wants to be a game show contestant. Kendall wants to be a game show contestant.
Yes.
It's been a long dream, and she's hoping to get the call back this year.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a real good one. So I hope that happens for
that's
for
exciting. That's fun.
Someone doesn't want a boob job. They just want to have their boobs grow.
Okay, that's...
Without a boob job.
That's like miraculous.
I
think that's called cookies.
Cookies.
Just eat a lot of cookies.
Eat a lot of cookies.
Just do not hold back on the cookies.
All right. That's possible.
Somebody wrote on there a fat ass.
Yes.
That was my favorite one. And she spelled it PHAT, fat ass.
Yeah, I was going to skip that one.
No, I loved that one.
All right.
Because I want a fat ass too. But I'm
maybe
Irish.
You would,
so it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But I wish it would.
Someone wants to win the 2021 HGTV Dream Home.
Oh, I used to want that.
We had that on our vision board.
Yeah, that didn't come through for me.
Didn't win, but
all
right. Hey,
I'm rooting for you.
I'm rooting for you too. This person was very interesting, Katie, and she wrote. She was very nervous about writing this, and she doesn't like to drink alcohol. She's sober from alcohol for 61 days and counting now.
Her.
But she wants to do a little more pot to help her release, stress or whatever.
Okay.
And hoping to release any guilt she has around that. Katie, that's good. I like that one.
Yeah, like her honesty, her vulnerability.
Yeah, I mean, I don't condone drug use or anything like that, but whatever helps you through.
I think it's going to be legal everywhere soon.
Actually.
So,
yeah. Well, yeah. Hopefully, you're doing it in a legal state. This person is trying to manifest that we do more Christmas reviews.
Really?
Of movies, yeah.
Oh, they liked that.
They liked that.
That surprises me.
That surprised me too, since it's not real.
Okay. I'm like, are you serious? Nobody said that.
I was hoping. Okay, that's what I was manifesting. That someone would do that. Amelia is manifesting I might pronounce this word wrong, polyamorous relationship.
Oh.
Because one person is just not enough for her.
Okay.
All right, so
bring it.
Bring that. I thought that was
Polyamorous. Remember that TLC show we watched for a while?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is, right?
Yeah, it's like you as a third or somewhat. I don't know, is it 4 people? I don't know. I think it's like 3 people. It's like a throuple.
A throuple, okay. Someone also, just like me on the vision board, they do not want to invest in the Bachelor TV show anymore.
Oh,
they don't want to watch it.
You know, yeah. Sometimes, like, you just have to let something go. Yeah. I let it go with, like, some of the Housewives franchises. I just was, like, one season, I'm like, I'm done now.
Okay. This person wants to see more Nelly. Nelly?
Okay.
Is he a performer? What is he?
He's like a rapper.
Yeah, who's he again? I forgot.
I mean, he's a rap. I don't know that
they
familiar.
They just love Nelly, I guess.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean, that's wonderful for him. And let's end on this one. This person wants to dance like Shakira.
Me too.
Me too. I mean, all of us do.
We all want to dance like her.
That's been on my vision board since I was 11.
Remember, like, at the beginning of 2020, there was that halftime show, and people lost their freaking minds about women shouldn't dress like that and dance like that. When J-Lo and Shakira were like, I mean, J-Lo was on a stripper pole, and Shakira was, like, dancing. And it was, like, it was truly amazing. But, like, remember, that was, like, the biggest controversy.
That was.
Before everything.
Yeah, well.
Simpler times.
I remember one bigger than that. That was the Super Bowl when Janet Jackson.
Oh, my God.
She, like, showed her, you know.
Yeah, she had a wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah.
Her and Justin Timberlake.
Right. And then after
when was
that.
What year was that?
Oh, I don't remember. But I remember what they did after was
the
worst.
FCC.
They got the most boring performers of all time. It was like 3 Super Bowls in a row where we just were put to sleep.
It was
like
awful.
Like Yanni, Yo-Yo Ma.
Who did they have on?
I think it was Paul McCartney. But
that was so boring. It was just like him at the piano for 20 minutes.
They wouldn't even let him play like his real hits. It was just more like
last year's Super Bowl, I was like, yes, like, this is amazing. Like, but everybody lost their mind. That was like the biggest. But I don't want to go back to that. I don't want to go back to boredom.
So you know what? I'm already changing one of my vision board things. I'm going to take the James Charles one off with The Bachelor.
Okay.
That's just a losing cause.
Yeah.
And I am going to put I want to dance like Shakira.
Let's all dance. Like, that is all of our collective number one manifestations.
I want to be able to do that.
I'm going to free the hips.
Free the hips.
Thanks, guys, so much for tuning in and having your 2021 manifestation session with us. You all take care.
If you want to be the most interesting person at the cocktail party, well, hop on over and listen to the Brain Candy Podcast.
Our award-winning content will have you laughing whilst you're learning.
We read all the best articles, books, and studies and keep up with new TV shows, documentaries, and pop culture. Then cram it all into 2 shows a week.
Conspiracy theories, cannibal rabbits, unsolved mysteries, the history of the Walkman. There's something for everyone.
The Brain Candy Podcast. Find our link in the show notes.
Or simply search for the Brain Candy Podcast on your podcast app.